Time for Overpass. Dan, what are your expectations on Overpass? I mean, is it too early to have expectations of, at least Fnatic, all things considered, 3 new players on the team? At what point do we have expectations?
I think you really want to give teams new lineups at least 2 months, 2 to 3 months usually, to see for things to normalize a little bit, because we always harp on about it. Counter-Strike is kind of insane when it comes to figuring out how stuff works, because you have 7 maps, and on those 7 maps there are 2 sides, which means there's 14 sides, which you need to have, you know, advanced tactics on, roles, structures, routines, defaults, drills, things you have to practice, right? So it can be very difficult for a lot of teams to basically do that. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. I mean, some of the fastest turnarounds we've seen, I think, have been around a month and a half for teams to adjust. But that's like in a very intensive environment, often with coaches and so on. So yeah, I think you know, you got a pinch of salt is required. I do feel like this was always a pretty decent map for Mousesports, to be honest. Especially just due to the fact that you have the dynamic of Chris J and Nico, and the options for AWPing on both sides of the map are pretty darn strong, especially options for going for aggression as well, so it gives highly skilled players a chance to actually get into the nitty-gritty with the skill that they have to have an impact on the game that might not necessarily rely on their team. So from that aspect, Mousesports have definitely had a good time, but Fnatic, it's hard to say. Let's see if they use that new 4-man boost.
Ah, yes, that 4-man boost. Is it that one that was on that
so ridiculous
Czech tournament or something?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not
From
sure.
outside the toilets. That was something. We might see, I know Olaf Meister is aware of it. I did see some tweets asking people to take the Reddit post down. Oh, the good old days. We had some drama in the history of Counter-Strike. Very entertaining stuff. 2 men down for Fnatic. Not the start they wanted. Out of position somewhat. No trade situations for the 3 players at the moment. T heading towards B. Twist can hear that and raise the alarm. But can anyone get there fast enough? We might have Lekko in a position to help soon. Well, help has come too late. Twist has had his eyes taken away.
Yeah, it's not really the ideal start. Just Dennis left now. Good luck, friend. Good luck. He was without luck, though. Did need an enormous amount to do anything there. So Mousesports off to a good start. And one thing in the past that we would criticize Mousesports for was very poor anti-force buy rounds, anti-eco rounds. Generally, just they would suck. And that is a massive leak to have in your game. So let's see how things work out here on Overpass for them. Nico is going to be going for the Molotov early on that denies fast positioning into sewers for the CTs. And he essentially there, because Mousesports didn't use that Molotov to move into position first, it's basically just, I'm going to throw this $400 grenade just to see if I can get a kill with the Molotov and the spam through the wooden panel at the same time. So that's more or less all he invested in there. Mousesports, though, it looks like they're doing it right so far. They're moving everybody towards A long. I would say, you know, having everyone there is better than splitting players up. Yesterday we saw it go very wrong when a team tried to do this, but they split players into toilets as well. Might as well just have everybody together on A long. Almost everybody. Can leave one guy on the other side of the map, like Nico, but Dennis could be at risk as he's alone. Nico also alone towards the stairs. Picks up the kill anyway, though.
So far, so good for Mousesports. Slowly moving towards long.
That was also something they were notorious for, just taking their anti-ecos would be very slow as well, giving the CTs time to rotate and time to get frags, pick up guns, and so on and so forth. And a couple of frags are made here actually by Fnatic, but it will all be closed down in the end from Mousesports. So I guess that's within the realms of acceptable loss. Fnatic won't really be able to get anything this round to help them. Maybe a P250, that's probably about the sum of it. The 5-7, oh, he's spending the cash, James.
The boat is being firmly pushed out, Dan, with no anchor in sight. The buy round is going to be a very interesting one for Fnatic, having the bad start to Overpass. Because if they are to lose that, then you're gonna have to expect beads of sweat to be rolling down the foreheads. Lowell did well. The man did well, Dan.
Yeah, and great to see that Mousesports have run the other anti-eco, anti-force buy strategy, which is I would say the strongest. The strongest two are A-Long and just through Monster, with the correct grenades to support, of course. And well, they've shown they can do both of those things. It was a thing that I was really looking out for because it has been a big leak of theirs in the past. Looks like it's fairly solid this time around. So Fnatic won't be able to steal away any easy rounds, but they do get another 2 kills, which is quite surprising because we saw they just had a 5-7. That was it. They've got a MAC-10 and a UMP to take away, but I doubt Twist really wants to use the MAC-10 in the next round.
Yeah, yeah. There's a chance that perhaps the UMP will be held on to, but I mean, it could be thrown away as well because you have to consider the gravity of this round. This is the bye round for Fnatic, and if they lose this round, then life may be difficult. I think there was a match we saw yesterday where we had triple UMP. I can't remember if it was T side or CT side, which may have an impact as well. I think on a T side, you're going to want the AKs. But they were all abandoned. On this occasion, Meister will hold on to the UMP. He's got 2,700 in the hole.
He's messed it up, James. He's
messed it up. He's made a terrible mistake. That is a problem. I've seen Get Right mess that up as well. So maybe it's a Swedish thing. It's a Swedish problem. So, the Mousesports' default, or setup at least, on this particular round, I mean, this doesn't look like a default because they're all over towards B. But they're very deep in towards short B, and this is somewhat rare that you see such possession taken quickly, but it seems that Mousesports are fixed on breaking the buy of Fnatic immediately. So far, so good. 2 players taken down. 1 more CT towards Graffiti. That's Twist. Maybe trying to stop a plant from coming down. Got to be careful of that gap, and Nico's ready for it. Shoulder picking, but he can't get a kill.
And Twist still holding down the water, and the bomb will be planted, but having this position to kind of anchor the defense from is going to be very nice indeed. Twist still at it, though, as Lowell takes down Meister as he leaps forwards. Life is tough for Fnatic. Chris Shea with the lurk here on the AWP comes in with the flashbangs. Bosh, there it is. Twist is finally down, and this becomes very, very difficult for Wenton all of a sudden. No grenades to work with, no kits either, so he's going to have to get out of there quite quickly. Lowell will not allow it. It's not allowed.
There it is. I do wonder if Olof's hold of the UMP will pay off economy-wise later on. I do wonder actually as well if you pose that situation to a number of teams, how much difference there would be. I would love to have a survey for a very specific situation like that. If you're in a situation and you're on your buy round on the overpass, do you keep your UMP or do you pick up an M4?
I could just see you running all these surveys to the pro players. Oh god, it's this guy again with this. With this.
I've started already.
Guy.
I've started already. I did a 3-man survey to Fallen, Sean Grills, and to Flusher. And Flusher's like, nope, he didn't reply.
I hate this guy and his surveys.
You know what you can do with your surveys. There are only 2 questions in there. I thought they were good questions.
But if I gave them a survey, they'd answer.
Although, in fairness, I asked Flusher a question about the CZ, and does he think it should have what he thinks of the current kill bonus for the CZ. But maybe he doesn't reply out of fear that maybe Valve will nerf it because he's pretty good with it, maybe the best. So who knows? Maybe he had an agenda then in his lack of reply.
We'll never know. Unless you interrogate him.
Uh-oh. Oh! That's awkward. And the trade fraggers are pretty late to the march. That 5-7 could still do more work. Electro trying to be patient. Not gonna happen for him though. Lowell's being tagged. He can get 1 deagle now to the chest. Just looking for it. Spiddy's being tagged. He might survive at 10 HP if he gets hit with a deagle again. And there are more deagles in play on these final 2 players. Chris J, there he goes. And now there are big problems for Mousesports. Lowell's 1 tap away. Spiddy's being tagged. And now he can hit both players with a 1 deagle. 76 HP. Oh dear. Are they going to commit to the plant? That was awkward. 7 seconds on the clock. They stopped planting the bomb. They had to find a frag, and they did. Mousesports survived with 2 players. That got really ugly for them, but they managed to survive. 5-0 start. That's lovely stuff.
I always feel like they are lucky. That did not go a lot worse for them, because we saw a lot of kind of missed shots there, especially down towards the monster tunnel. That could have done a lot of damage. But Mousesports will pick up the round regardless, and we have Olofmeister on the AWP right now.
So that extra money came in handy, Dad. He spent $7,100 in this round.
It is pretty nice.
Nice.
Look how fast the push is here from Mousesports. Very quick, but Dennis is completely alone. Denise is alone in the toilets, and now he's dead.
The toilets is where he will lie. Olofmeister's outside the toilets at the moment. Most of the players of Fnatic over towards B, they're being active in this round. They're even moving from Monster in towards short B. Nico's coming late in Connector, however. But Twist may hold an angle. No, he's going to back off, and it's going to be almost a full rotation from Fnatic towards A. Twist going to be the last man towards B, but with no vision of short B. And Nico and Connector, there are still opportunities here for Mousesports, which are opening up even more now. Wenton's gone down to Chris J. There goes Olofmeister as well. There's the AWP taken away. Nico's still in Connector. Lowell and Speedy are pretty close to Connector as well, so perhaps there'll be a rotation towards B. Chris J may be the sacrificial lamb. Spots the shoulder, spots the shadow, but doesn't get the kill. Mousesports taking the very long approach, the safe approach. Nico's basically going to T spawn instead of going through to short B.
I like this a lot though, because with Chris J trying to up into long there, and they spotted him, they're so afraid to peek now, because Chris J, they saw him there with an AWP, that they won't get the information for a very long time. And Nico is going to get behind Twist. So it's worked. Look how perfectly it worked there, because they were so scared to rotate or to even peek on the A-bomb site that it's an easy entry onto the site and then an easy cleanup for Chris J of the remainder as they rotate in. So right now, Mousesports are walking all over the Swedes. The Swedes...
I think Fnatic may have had an option to keep, I think it was Twist, it was the last man, in short B. I mean, there are angles you can hold underneath, like in the water, underneath the door, looking through short B, where he can keep a better eye. I mean, obviously it might be more risky at that time frame, but you can keep a better eye on both directions, because you'll hear the door open and see people moving towards Monster. But there we go. He chose his path, and Nico chose a better one. Speaking of paths, Lowell's taken a path straight into a bullet from a Deagle.
Into the morgue. Straight to the morgue.
He had a casket match down and he lost.
Fnatic take over Suez now as well. So they have a pretty good base of operations. This could be problematic for Mousesports with all the players that it feels like they want to move through Connector, through the door, because there's so many CTs nearby. The bomb is not going to be cut off though, as it has the path through Monster. And now Fnatic realize what's going on. Twist spots the second player. I think he really wanted to re-peek there, but there's too many bullets coming his way to do so. So he will go and ready himself for the flank. And with his teammates coming in from the front as well, Mousesports are going to start to be constricted. Nico, though, great shot, able to stop that from happening. Oh, that said, it's just Chris J now.
Yeah, he only needs half a second, though, to take a player down. So these guys better be quick. Double peek coming in from short, but he's dancing around the pillar. Ooh. He was so close! I thought he had that!
Yeah, me too.
I thought Olofmeister was donezo, and maybe Olofmeister feels like he should have died in that situation. Chris J, so unlucky there. Should have delivered the round, but it's not worst case scenario. The score is 6-1. Looking at the CT money, it's good before the buy comes in, but once the buy comes in, there won't be much left over. So Mousesports still have an opportunity to break Fnatic here. If Mousesports can win this round, then they might have a reasonable chance at 10-1. Olofmeister, though, has got 6,500 in the bank, being the one player to survive. So there are a number of ways the C2 economy could go in this situation. That said, on the Mousesports side, they may have one more buy in there, but it would be with Tech 9s. So this is a pivotal round, or it could be, for both sides. Twist now in that short B position with the AWP. Easy for Twist.
So perhaps another slow round in store for Mousesports as they start to make their way towards the long area. This is quite cool from Fnatic, though. They have a setup towards long. Ooh, the peek comes out from Olofmeister. Straight peeking with the AWP, and that's... He just gets annihilated. Dennis was not ready to support him in that position when the T's were oncoming. So Dennis now alone. One-on-ones, though. He's getting one-on-ones, James. He has time to reload. Well, he will actually just pull out a nade instead and die. But still, he's done enough damage. 3 versus 1. Just Spitty for Mousesports, and Fnatic have... I mean... Olofmeister's peak there was pretty gratuitous, but then Mousesports just miscoordinating the trade. Put them in a horrible spot now.
Should Fnatic win this round, Olofmeister will have about 9k in the bank, I think, 9 to 9.5k. So he will be able to drop a gun. So Fnatic will be good on the next round, unless Biddy can get more damage, but he can't. So indeed, 9,750 for Olofmeister. So maybe that money has a part to play yet. Although, being the last man to survive in that previous round will be most of why he has lots of money at the moment. And indeed, it is another buy for Mousesports with Tech 9s. The economy is now stretched. And Fnatic, I mean, it's been a terrible start for them. But 9-6 is possible.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely possible. That said, they have not been very consistent, and they've lost, kind of weird rounds here or there. So hopefully they can make sure that they win the rounds they're supposed to win when they have good economy versus bad economy. But you never know. I mean, that's why they lost Dust 2. One of the reasons why they lost Dust 2 was they lost to just pistols. Very surprisingly.
Hello.
Spitty gets a great trade there. Picks up the AK. He doesn't have any Kevlar though, which is kind of sad. He's the grenade man. The grenade man has been elevated in position.
He's been promoted then. He's Employee of the Month. 3 players remaining for Fnatic Twist in a precarious position, again alone on the B bomb site, and Mousesports are rotating away. They don't have vision towards A, but they're playing against what they expect from Fnatic. Again, it's a long rotation through T-spawn for the bomb, this time in the opposite direction. Lowell and Nico waiting around connector for their teammates to join them. And Twist is going for the information play. He's now moved into that short B position we mentioned earlier on. And he's gone through as well to the door. Nico's gone down. Do they realise where he is, though? But what is the play from Mousesports here? They're going for the rotation, and now that plan has been thwarted by Twist. Alone on the B bomb site. 3k for him already. Chris J alone. The wide peek comes in from Twist. And that's going to be that.
So Fnatic getting themselves back in on the business. A nice position here from Twist. And yeah, if you're going to be in a spot where you are allowing one-on-ones for Fnatic, that's kind of where they're going to shine. So Mousesports now, they're just on the pistols. Let's see how it's dealt with by Fnatic. We've got a pretty passive hold, which is good. I think yesterday it was Skadoodle who was running very, very aggressively against pistols on more than one occasion, which was detrimental to his health.
Gauntlet run from Mousesports. Not going well so far. The Gatling guns are out, and they are firing on every cylinder. All of the cylinders. Standard anti-eco rounds, or how they should run anyway.
Yeah, Fnatic played it well. They were coordinated, they fell back in a timely manner. They used grenades to keep the pistols at bay, at arm's length. Pretty simple and perfectly executed. 6-4. They're on the way to tying things up. Chris J on the scout. He loves a good scout. On the
scouts. They've got full utility though, do Mousesports.
Yeah.
Do wonder if, I was going to say, if a fast play into B is possible here. Maybe not with a scout, although indeed it's just Nico heading towards B. But again, Mousesports with a different, they're much faster towards the short B area, even with one man, than most teams are. Nico lurking in that position already. Being very careful though, not to get taken down by any boost shenanigans. Meanwhile, the rest of the team focusing around the birthday area. 2-man, I mean, look at Fnatic. It's very late for them to be so forward. There's Lekro, but he's got no support, taken down. It's the kind of angle you can sometimes see Orpus playing, with the second player holding the angle on connector. But there's no answer to that frag from from Mousesports by the Fnatic side. Dennis close to the rock, going to avoid the first flashbang. 2 more players to find, and he will get blinded and taken down. Olofmeister's there as well, but again, no answer, no trade. Man advantage continues to Mousesports.
Still 4 positions here for Fnatic though. Olofmeister's alone, but if he can get something done, he can maybe save the day. Oh, that is gorgeous there from Olofmeister, but the trade will come in this time, and that will make quick work of him. 2 versus 3 though, which is still quite doable as Fnatic and their remaining players are in all kinds of positions here, just hiding around. And Wenton, he's going to have to go down the stairs if he can get the passage to do so. Dennis will be the, or Denise, I don't know how to differentiate, James. But Dennis is there. Oh, he doesn't, I guess he doesn't know where Wenton is. So Wenton could get in there, but he's got to go now.
Twist again with important, crucial frags over towards B, but he can't get the multi-frag this time. That Molotov. Oh, there are 3 seconds left, but there's a smoke. And the bomb will be successful. Wenton now trying to avoid getting 2v1'd. The crossfire's there for Mouse. Biddy can be the first engager. Dennis can pop out afterwards. Over towards Graffiti. And the angles are perfect for Mousesports. Another round on the board for them. Money tight, though, for the T side. Can be spread easily by Fnatic. So they'll be back on the buy. This is a nice round indeed. A nice shot indeed. After a little... Just took a pot shot at Olofmeister. That was all the information Olofmeister needed to rip his face off.
Yeah, that was a really nice one. A really nice shot. Aggression on the connector area from Fnatic. As we can see, Mousesports making their way forwards towards the toilets, and they will meet the aggression. But the positions of the CTs really... That's the round over, James. The round is over now. After 15 seconds. I
have no idea where Levels Molotov was going.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out as well. Oh, you're zooming around the map on there.
Yeah, but it's long gone. I have no idea. Maybe it was here. Maybe it was for the toilet area. I see the scars on the floor. So
scorched earth.
Yeah, that would be one angle for people on connector. Or
did you say scars?
Yeah.
Didn't know that floors can have scars.
It's Mother Earth, man. It's scarred.
Necessarily, but okay.
Why not?
Well, Twist is going to try to keep the AWP alive. This is quite important, actually. Bosh, there it is. He will survive for a moment longer.
It's nice to see that Twist has finally, after multiple refusals, joined a top team, if you will.
A big org.
Yes. Might be a better way of putting it.
A mighty large org. He has the finest of orgs, James. The finest.
Haven't seen Khan for a while.
No. He's traveling all the time, isn't he?
He's all over the place, man. He's got more badges in his passport than international spies. Not that I know how many badges they have in their passports. Nico with a very early smoke. I mean, I've seen this from multiple angles, but not from so far away. And that looks part of a running execute here from Mousesports. So here comes the fast B play. Lekro getting sprayed down, getting hosed down on the B bomb site. But Twist, again, the last man on the B bomb site, having to do so much individually. So no, it's Dennis, in fact. So far, so good, but he can't stop the plant. It's a bit of a change from Fnatic's setup here. Wenton flying in the air, gets taken out. Olofmeister manages to survive. Chris J falls, 3 versus 3. All the CTs coming from CT. See Nico around the pillar, looking for his time to strike. Headline distraction as well. Perfect flashbang from short. Allows Nico to get the frag. Traded though. Clock continues to tick. Twist has a kit. And now it's Lowell versus 2. Do they know where he is? There are a few angles to check. He hasn't got any Molotovs. The smoke goes down. Lovely headshot. But he needs to spray. I don't think he realizes the bomb's being defused. Oh, he's just too far to the left.
Oh, that's so disappointing. That after that first kill too, that was really good. Really swift headshot made that. Oh, that's really depressing, isn't it, for poor Lowell. And Mousesports, they had that round. Some incredible displays in this round across the board. But it will be Fnatic's in the end. They don't have the best economic situation, though. So Mousesports can still shut them down for the last 2 rounds. Aggression again from Fnatic. Looking to go straight to the water fountain. They could catch most of the lineup here of Mousesports. Great positions here from Fnatic on the aggression to try to lock this down, but Dennis, after that frag, which he could barely not get, is going to have to fall back and away now, which actually gives Mousesports a happy situation now, especially that Lowell is going to be contending and successfully so the area of the connector and toilets, which means that now Fnatic are down a man, down health on Dennis, and they can't really push for info very safely. Anything from this point forwards for Fnatic is quite risky.
Lecro over towards B. Dennis and Olof on higher ground. Olofmeister is on the balcony towards B, so he can offer some support. But he's rotating towards A. And Fnatic will be in for a nasty surprise. Dennis is pushed forward around the toilet area. He's outside connector, and there it is. Lecro gets taken down with no support from his teammates. Olofmeister rotating, but can he get there to stop the bomb plant? Bomb's moving in through Monster now. Chris J with a crouch peek will take him down, leaving Dennis alone. He's been spotted as well. Chris J going for the peek again, but I'm not sure if Dennis has spotted his leg. Flashbangs come in, but it flashes both players. They know where Dennis is, and they're positioning accordingly. Spiddy behind the pillar may get the frag here. And there it is. 9-5. One more round in the first half. Looking great for Mousesports at the moment. Really good score. Lowell up there in the frags. Twisto and Nico, 14 kills. Tying for the lead at the moment, but there's no tie for the score.
Yeah, Mousesports looking really favourable for this one now. And I'm struggling to see where Fnatic are going to come back into it at this point. They really need this 6th round, but they've only got pistols to do it with. It's really cool to see Dennis as well as Lowell actually hitting as hard as they have been. And now that I mentioned them, they all get a couple kills each, or a kill each. And now Fnatic just have 3 players left. And it is the last round, so there's no... It's not about damage, it's just about winning the round. And their chances to do that have now plummeted. So where do they find these kills? They must begin to feel as though Mousesports are operating just mainly from A, because they've got that control of sewers. They know pretty much what's going on. But Mousesports play these rounds so slowly to catch the CTs pushing for those kills that it's just, how do you just have to wait.
In the face. How much more can he do though? Dennis, always reliable for kills, but he needs an ace if they are to win this round. So far, so good. Never count him out. 1 versus 2. Nico's forced to rotate quickly. Chris J stuck behind the boxes with an AWP. Going to go for the peek. Oh! Dennis is close. Can they get a double peek in? You see Nico's position, waiting. He just needs to hear a bullet. Chris J trying to bait some shots out. And Dennis, oh, he's going to take him by surprise. No warning. Chris J's misplayed his hand. Deagle comes out, but Nico shuts it down finally. You never know with Dennis. We've seen him do crazy things on Cobblestone.
That guy's nuts, man. Wow. 10-5. Fnatic. It's, I don't know, well, that's the wrong way around, and also not, well, NIP not playing, but Fnatic only 5 rounds, Mousesports 10. Mousesports looking really, really good going into their CT side here, and Fnatic have a hell of a climb ahead of them. All starts with this pistol. We've got Wenton, who's the grenade man at the moment for the team. He's got a couple flashbangs and a smoke grenade. We won't talk about the decoys. And Fnatic play very defensively. We saw them do this on Dust 2 as well on their T side pistol. They looked for the aggression of Mousesports, and they, on Dust 2, were able to catch it. Was the bomb just spotted there by Lowell? I think it may have been. Did he see the bomb? I'm not sure. Lowell's going to go forwards, though. Finds the kill on Dennis. And the wrap starts to happen. The bomb indeed was spotted, and all the frags are spotted as well. Just 2 players now for the Swedish side. This could not get worse for them.
That is a very strong pistol run. That sends a statement to Fnatic. If you're going to do this, it's going to be the very hard way. Will they go for the force buy, Fnatic? Yes, they will. Maybe they feel like they have no choice in this situation. Mousesports 5 rounds away from victory. Can the pistols do some serious damage? Spiddy and Chris J moving pretty deep towards A. Fnatic have taken positions towards B, as you can see, with 3 players. Maybe waiting for a push. But will there be one? Or are they just waiting for these initial grenades to come and go from the CT side? Nico looking at the corner of the smoke. Will he find anything? See, Twist is hiding behind the spool. That's a spool, right? It's a giant spool.
It's a massive spool.
It's a massive spool. 3 players in B for Mousesports. And I think there might be a rotation of a 4th. No, there isn't. Chris J and Spiddy holding for the time being. Over towards A. Mousesports just waiting. Here we go. Fnatic looking to creep through the smoke. They've got no flashbangs, but they do have 2 smokes. So how will they use them? Twist makes it pass without colliding with that smoke grenade. And here it is. Nasty surprise. Dennis going down as well towards the barrels. And there may be trouble for Mouse. Flying Tech 9 is not going to be enough though. Famas is coming back with the UMP as well. 2 versus 2. Bomb not down just yet. Wenton around the pillar, around the smoke. And Olofmeister creeping from short B. But his shadow will give his position before he'll see anyone. Pot shots coming in from Chris J. And now it's Olofmeister alone. And again, the shadow position is not going to help him. They're lining up for him though.
I was going to say, they don't have to actually peek. They saw the bomb go down in the water. But they peek and they kill. Twist with the frags, with the Tech 9. Very scary stuff, to be honest. But Mousesports will hold the line. And importantly, they don't give up the bomb plant in this situation, meaning that the buy will not be quite as significant from Fnatic. And it also makes it life a little bit easier for Mousesports to predict what Fnatic will do in the next round, because they'll know that they won't have many grenades. So they can narrow down some of the potential plays that they'll make based on that information. Chris J with a nice tag there. In fact, a couple tags coming in. Both Wenton and Olaf onto 17. Now Twist on 17 as well. Everyone's on 17 health.
Bearing in mind they have no armor, it means he's leg shot all of them. Unless it's been a penetration kill, but they've all got exactly the same health stand, so indeed it must be leg shots coming in from Chris J. Can we get any fatal chest shots, please? There's one. Jumping shenanigans. Ooh. It's so satisfying when you have a scout and you shoot somebody in the chest when they've got no Kevlar, and they go down in one shot.
Like it's an AWP.
Yeah, it's very satisfying indeed. The scout, I would say the scout's one of the most rewarding weapons because you can just run around so fast with it.
Yeah.
Scope people quickly. It's awesome, which is why mine is covered with MLG stickers down, because 420 no scope, etc. So on and so forth. Spiddy moving down into connector area. Chris J going for a fast peek, but he will be blinded. Fnatic on the AKs for this round. No AWPs, but he's got to be careful. Does not want to get picked off that early. Support's coming in, but it's all behind the smoke. He goes back to the well one too many times down, but the water's gone bad.
And Fnatic are repositioning based on this. Just chilling by the T-spawn basically at the moment. Very passive. Very, very passive from Fnatic. They will be moving in for the B take eventually. And Nico's in position here. The off angle, it can be tough to get more than one or two kills out of this position, but sometimes those 2 kills are all you need, and that's going to put it to a 3 versus 3 now that Nico goes down. So he did his job in evening up the numbers, at least. Also, in spotting so many players, it's a really big tell as to what the Fnatic team want to do. They have time to rotate, though, and Mousesports don't have presence towards the A side of the map to be 100% sure. And Dennis is pushed in through Monster, so he could flank. Dennis's position is absolutely ginormous. He's going to get a kill, actually, as he spots both Fnatic players making their way through connector, through to the A site. So Mousesports have a good idea of what's happening now.
Chris J spots players, blind, shot through the smoke. Think he might have tagged Lecro there. Oh, man, in the jaw, son. Where's your face, cousin? Dennis, 1 versus 3 now. Fnatic Dennis, that is. And that means things are possible. Spots Lowell's face, but Optimus will save him. And Mousesports will prevail. The score looking pretty good for Mousesports at the moment. 14-5. Indeed, there's the spray. That could have been worse, I feel, for Mousesports if they were facing the door through the smoke. But indeed, they will take the round. This shot. Bish, bash, bosh. Fnatic going for the 4 spy. 2 rifles on the 5 players. 1 heading towards B. That's Olofmeister taking position. Waiting for any aggression. Should be safe from the Molotov from that position. Let's see what the rest of Fnatic will do.
So just the creep here from Fnatic so far. Get some basic map control going for themselves. A little bit spread out initially, but now coming together as they combine up the stairwell, though. And they're just going to charge up, but they got to be careful because the bomb is basically at T-spawn still. So that is indicative that they are just pressuring. They want to get a pick. They want to keep their options open to be able to go back towards B. And Now we have Olofmeister going for the bomb. So Spitty, great position there, takes down both the kills, holding down long, and that eliminates a lot of options here for Fnatic. They needed that kill. Dennis will eventually get it. But was enough damage done by Fnatic? I don't know that it was.
Yeah, it's not looking good now. 2 players remain. Spitty's being tagged, but he's got himself a 2k for that damage taken. He'll be happy with that.
I mean, Lekro just kind of ran in alone there as well. I mean, is that frustration, desperation?
Dennis and Olofmeister. 2 players from the old lineup. Making their way through various grenades. Down go 2 of the players there. Now it's down to Olofmeister alone. Lowell, he can't find the frag. Last 2 for Lowell. That puts Mousesports on match point. Are we going to see a 2-0 for Mousesports here? Again, since this is the first European game, just a reminder of the format. It's not a best of 2. They're 2 best of 1s with an home-away format. The away team vetoes 2 maps and the home team picks from the remaining 5. Fnatic with 5 AKs in this round, all the players of armor of some degree. 1 flashbang.
Only 1. That is kind of sad. Oh, Chris J missing a shot finally. Very aggressive play there with that AWP. This time it does not work out. And the kills will be coming in from Mousesports. Speedy doing a good job there in getting the follow-up frags as Fnatic start to push forwards to pile on in towards the toilets area. The one-on-one, important one-on-one there, won by Lekro in the connected spot. That still allows Fnatic, if they have trouble towards A, to double back towards B. That said, we do have Nico pushing all the way around the back there from Monster Tunnel, so it looks like Nico's just holding his position for now, though. But now he's going to start to move. He realizes there are problems, but where does he go? The T's can still go anywhere.
Down but not out is the Mousesports side. Nico, the talisman to do it, but he's going for a very long rotation. He has a kit, but he's on the opposite side of the map, Dan. He could not be further away.
That's really funny. Yeah, that's the thing, like, when his teammate dies, he has no idea if it's going to be A or B, so he has to make the gamble, and then he picked A, and then he picked the furthest rotation time away from the other site if he gets it wrong. Now he's like, oh.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Oh dear.
You know, at this point, even though it's a 2 versus 1, is it worth going for? Because he has limited time to defuse the bomb. But he's still going straight in there. But he pretty much has to run away now. So, I think it was time to save at that point.
Yeah, I don't know, like, it's weird because he could have dropped a gun to Chris J and then they could have had 4 rifles.
They don't have amazing money though. So I think they may lean towards the eco anyway, but more money's always good. Although taking away money from your opponent can also be good. But when you're going on eco in the next round, then who knows. That smoke from Olofmeister is going to land on the site to allow a smoke plant to come in. Right there, that stops the vision from the upper area. I like to throw that on pistol rounds. 3 rotating CTs, and Twist is waiting to receive them. Spitty hasn't shown his face yet, and that will be that. Nothing gained for Mousesports in that round. No guns taken away, no guns stolen. Back on the bye. So, I mean, there are a fair few rounds for Mousesports to defend. They require just 1.
I like that they're saving again, although it's really, really weird because they keep buying anyway. Like, they keep buying guns, they keep buying stuff. You know, you can always win rounds, I guess, with this, but it's so slim. Why not just have the most possible buy rounds? You only need 1 round. Just get the most possible buy rounds, because your impact on their economy at this point does not matter because you need 1 round, James. So you facilitate the most possible buy rounds. It's like a 2 full 100% ecos even is fine because you just need 1 round, James. So I can't emphasize this enough. Just need 1 round.
It's hard to argue with that logic, Dan.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? But this is something that a lot of teams would they would mistakenly manage their economy in spots like this in the past, and it can bite you in the backside.
Also worth mentioning that Fnatic are going into a 2 matches against NIP straight after this. So you have to wonder what morale will feel like if they are to go down 2-0 against Mousesports.
Uh-oh.
Spitty, 1-for-1. Dennis now alone. The other Dennis.
Denise.
D-Nice.
D-Nice.
I think there's a fighting game play called D-Nice. Anyway, now Mousesports will be on the bye. Fnatic with 8 rounds on the board. They have no margin for error. 100% success required herein. 2 warps? That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I saw 2 AWPs on the T side, and now they're carrying 1, so I do wonder what has gone on there. Am I going crazy, or did I see 2 AWPs?
I don't know.
I'll investigate.
Because I don't think they need 2 AWPs. So if they did drop 1 for an AK, I think that makes a lot of sense. So you can't. Is there one?
I don't know. I will look into it, and you can discuss it around. Yes, there is one.
Oh yeah.
Thank you very. Yeah. Why can't I see that? My screen's blacker than yours. Anyway, that.
That's actually hilarious. So yeah, we got the single AWP there for Fnatic now, and they're going to be going for that B take, but it is not a good omen that Olofmeister dies instantly, and now Winston dies, and Winston dies, and they haven't done anything yet. That really sucks. That's Grenade's gone. That is picking opportunities gone. This could be a very slow death. Slow but final end for Fnatic if they're not careful.
Yeah, that's a big problem for Fnatic. Big problems. They need individual performance. Dennis is still alive though, and he's one of the guys you look for those individual performances in these situations. The situation where the chips are down, Dan. Lekro charging in though. Nice shot from him. He'll get traded by Dennis, however. They know where he is. Now there are just 2. I believe there's a flank coming in as well, and Twist is on the AWP. Not able to deliver on this occasion. He's on fire as well. Forced into short where he will get taken down. 16-8. Mousesports do it. A very strong scoreline. And it seems the difference in score this time is a cavernous cavity.
They didn't really look like they were ever in any trouble, Mousesports, to be honest. They had a great start. They never really let go of it, to be honest. And Fnatic looks like they struggled in lots of spots with trading and the general strategy and tactics did look a little bit flimsy, but that is to be expected. We talked about that. There's so many sides to kind of shore up in this instance, and for Mousesports it's easier. There's just one player that they have to insert, whereas the other ones have been together for quite a while, more or less. So yeah, pretty impressive for Mousesports. That's a good way to start off Season 2 of ECS.
Indeed it is, and we will find out the thoughts of the desk after this break.